I want to be a millionaire 5 years from now. Listen, today we are going to be doing a deep dive on what does it take and what is your game plan year for 5 years for you to actually become a millionaire.
'Cause we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary.
All right, let's help you join the Millionaire Club. Again, it's not a lot of money, but if you can make $1 million, guess what? You can make 5 more and you can make 25 more. And heck, why not a whole lot more than that? So what you need is a game plan. And one of the things that I've been doing for people for 15 years now is providing custom game plans. So what you're about to get is a generic game plan, but at the end of this, if you like what you're hearing, you can actually talk with a member of my team and they will give you a custom game plan. In fact, even at the end of this video, you can get my book for free. I've never released this book on YouTube before. This is an updated version of Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth. If you're confused on anything I'm about to say here, it's documented here. And this and that no BS consultation are yours to show you how to become a millionaire. So check it out. First of all, let's make sure we're totally clear on the system and strategy. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that out of all real estate strategies, I use lease options. That's what I recommend for every beginner. And the reason why is because when you do a deal, I want you to target making $500 a month of cash flow. I want you to target getting paid $5,000 up front. And when you sell that property, I want you to make $50,000 to $100,000, okay? There's now every single month money. There's the money up front and then there's the money at the end, okay? It's a really great strategy. It's basically honing in on buying single family homes in your backyard that follow a very specific criteria that I document in my book, and me and my staff can mentor you on how to make sure you're getting the right one. But let's assume that you've got that part figured out. Here's what it looks like. Year 1, I want you to buy 2 properties, and I'll tell you why. Number 1, I don't want you to get overwhelmed. 2 properties is totally doable. This is something that you can do, especially if you know how to buy real estate without money and without credit, which is something I teach people how to do. Because remember, WA started with nothing, okay? When we get into year 2, I want you to buy 3 properties. In year 3, 4, and 5, I want you to get up to 4 properties, 5 properties, and 6 properties. Let's actually talk about why. First of all of that combined, if you add all of those up, what do you get? You get 20 homes. So in 5 years, if you can get to 20 homes, and let's just say they're each producing $500 a month, then we're talking about $10,000 a month of a residual income. You've also gotten paid $5,000 up front on each of these homes, which is an additional $100,000. And let's just say on the low side, you only make $50,000 on each home. 50,000 times 20 homes is $1 million. So just in case you missed what we just laid out here, if you have the proper system, this 5 years of just buying 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 properties, all on the side. By the way, this is like crazy part-time. This is not a career. Do not become a realtor. Don't quit your job. This is just something you have going on the sidelines. These 20 properties, the goal is for that to equate to $10,000 a month, $100,000 of upfront money, and $1 million plus of profits. So that's what this looks like. And that's what I do for you for your first 5 years. Now, I did this in about 4.5 years. So I can tell you that if I'm your mentor, I can now show you how to turbocharge that. Check it out. There's a reason why it took me 4.5 years to get to 25 homes, but then the next year, I doubled everything again. So I'm just gonna throw this out as a little bonus to you, is that I now do something called unlimited partnering. This is something that I've made up, and after 15 years, I haven't been able to innovate anything in real estate until we just got here. So check it out what's going on with unlimited partnering. I got a team of 200 experts that go into the very best markets, and what we'll do is we find the very best deals, and then everything is entirely turnkey. They find it for you, they do it for you, they manage it for you, they do all of this, and there's a way for you to access my team and have them do this for you, but more importantly, for your partners. Let me help create some clarity on what I mean. When you get to your second year, and you have done 5 properties, 2 in your first year and 3 in your second year, you now have a track record. And yes, you'll get 4 and 5 and 6 more, but 5 is enough for now other people with money to say, hey, can I give you money? Can we partner up? Can we do this? And I'm just letting you know, there's a way for you to say yes, except have my team come in and do it all for you. So here's the big thing that I want you to get. What I just described here is really creative. Real estate is creative. I remember that when I was just learning on my very first deal how to do it, my mentor was teaching me, he said, you know, Kris, you can put anything you want in a contract. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you want to tell the seller that they have to mow your lawn every week for the next 12 months? You can try putting that in there. I'm like, really? You can ask for like anything? Real estate? Like my brother just bought a house 3 minutes from where I live right here, and the house came with like $100,000 of extra gear and tools and sheds and work, stuff that could have gone. He asked for it to all get thrown in. So real estate is a highly creative game, and basically what you're supposed to take away from this is real simple. Some of you are looking at this and you're saying, 10,000 a month, 100 grand up front, and $1 million of profits, maybe 2 million in profits, I'm in. Let's go right now. And for you, I say, good, links below, get my book, it's for free. I am gonna ask you to cover shipping so that I can get it in the mail to you. My daughter will be like stuffing that in an envelope and having a little entrepreneurial experience, so I get to, pay her a little bit of money for helping get that out the door. But outside of that, some of you are saying, Kris, this is just the beginning. Like, I could take these numbers and multiply them by 10. So I could have 100 grand a month. I could make $1 million up front and 10 million in profits. Well, sure, I've gone way beyond that. How would you do that? This rabbit hole goes super deep. And I just wanted to help you understand what's really up in the world of real estate. There's so many possibilities. But now that I've given you the 50,000 foot view, bring it all back home. And I want you to understand, it starts here. It just starts with doing something really simple like getting your first property. So get my book. That entitles you to my system. When you get my book, talk to a member of my team. They will give you some no BS advice on where you're at and how to get where you want to go. And if you're sitting there like, oh, I'm too young, I'm too old, I don't have money, those are all reasons to actually do this. Here's my favorite part about real estate. I just got to throw this in there. I didn't have anyone believe in me when I got this game on. Other than my wife, who was supportive, but like super nervous. My family thought I was crazy. They were all concerned. My brother's like, dude, what are you doing, Red Dog? You're being so weird. It's his family nickname. I got my dad who's like, you're focusing on college, right? And everyone was concerned. My in-laws were concerned. And I didn't really have anyone cheerleading for me. Real estate doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care how young you are. But to date has still created more millionaires than any other industry, bar none. Which means that whatever excuses you've been using to hold yourself back are not yours. Those are society's excuses. Give them back, release them, let go, and get in a game where you can win. Because I'm just telling you right now, I don't care if you're a teenager, you can win at this game. If you're telling me you're too old and you missed the boat, you're wrong. Science is going to keep you wrong around a lot longer with what we're doing in the medical industry. It doesn't matter what your excuse is. If you have a goal and a dream that is bigger, if you can connect with something really meaningful, like the way I connect with my son who has autism, who needs a dad who has more time for him and more resources that I've now been able to provide. Or if you want to take care of your parents that were there for you, but financially they're down and out. Like real estate, done correctly, knows how to solve all of those problems. Just waiting for you to step up. So if it is your time, if now's your game, you've got a game plan what to do in the next 5 years. You got a free copy of my book, talk to my team, and get out there and let's make it happen.